So there it is. So we are going live. We are going live with a small but cozy group of 3 people, which is better than nothing. I'm so glad you guys could join. Even Seb joined me in the home dojo, and Salvo joins from his home. Good evening, Salvo. And so we're going to do a little bit of a Joe practice today, this evening. And I've also got this live streamed on Facebook. Anybody who wants to tune in and join the exercises, more than welcome. So I guess we're going to go for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and feel free to join at any time. So we're going to start, open the lesson, and then take a Joe and do some warm-ups. So if you have a broomstick, some kind of stick that you can use, then it will be quite handy for the warm-ups. If you don't have it, that's also fine. You can do it without the stick. Yes, let's get started. So, are you ready? Okay, so let's take a seat. Nice. So let's just find a position where we can be seen in the camera. So we can come this way. Yeah, we have to adjust a little bit of position. Get used to this. All right. So first exercise. You take the Joe in your hands, palms facing down. On your slide, Joe, left and right, left and right. And if you can go one step back, that way, you should be fine. Yeah, and you can still be seen. Yeah. All right, here we go. Keep the shoulders relaxed, and just sliding the Joe between one hand and the other. And try to do this in such a way where you're not stiff in your arms and making a rhythm. Left, right, left, right. Yeah. 1, 2, very good. Okay, then slide the hand to make a striking action. So if there's a folder there in front of you, so it's like a striking like this. From one side to the other. Right side and left side. And already now we're starting to warm up, so we want to connect to our breath. We want to hold your breath. So as you flow in the movement, you go over your shoulders and you can start the movement from the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And finding a way to connect the breath to the movement such that you don't stop the movement with the breath. Yeah. So it's not like either I breathe or I move. No, I breathe and move in unity. Breath and movement. Okay, and we do an upward strike, like an uppercut with a stick. You take it back and then slide it up. Go back and slide it up. The right side and the left side. And we try and focus on also finding some softness in the hips so that we can turn easily at the hip. Rotate at the spine. Almost keeping the center line, striking point, middle line. All right, if you're in your living room, you want to check space around you, you're not going to hit anything with the stick. You can always eventually go for a short stick to adapt to your space. So now we're going to cut down. Take the hands up and cut down the middle. Right side and left side. So we'll round the shoulders a little bit. Try not to lift your shoulders. Even when you lift the hands, keep the shoulders back. So taking both hands above the head. Above the head. Yes. Okay. If you're with a friend, we can also do the same exercise now facing each other. So we're just synchronizing and moving together, left side back here, but just synchronizing up, 2, yeah, and then down 2, 1, 2, and again forwards 2, 1, 2, up 2, and down 2, forwards, up, and down. And we're just synchronizing. Sometimes get some locks and down. Again, forwards, up, and down. Okay, so getting some warmth in the upper body, and now turning left and right. Looking over the shoulder. A little bit more rotation in the spine. I feel that this loosens up the lower back. And again, notice your breath. Notice that the movement comes from the breath. And keeping some softness in the shoulders, we're going to the right side. Take it over the shoulders. So actually, roll the stick around the shoulders. Making contact with the shoulders, the right side and the left side. Touching the back. And tight. Again, 3 rounds. And change. Okay, let's stretch it out. Reach up and stick. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, keeping the line, side on line. Still reaching the hands away from the shoulders, keeping the shoulders down. Pushing the opposite foot, the foot on the side which is up. The side where the hand is up. Pushing that side foot down. So we're getting a little bit more space on the side of the body. We're not holding our breath there. We go to the other side. Again, breathing in. Lengthen, keeping length as you push the foot down on the other hand side. Stay side on with the body. And pay attention not to hold the breath. Being present with each in-breath and out-breath. And again, so to the next side. Again, first reaching up, and then keeping the length. Still like reaching the hands away from you. Don't let the hands sink down. Try to reach the hands away. Feel the opening in the side of you. And go back. And again, breathing in. And out. Keeping the breathing going. And change back to the middle. Okay, we're going to fold, place the stick on the ground, and feet can be separated. That holding hand. We bend one knee and the other, stretch out the legs a little bit, wake up the hamstrings, the shoulders, the head, and coming back. And then back leg, first reaching the hands up and behind the head. And now looking for the stick behind you. So reach still, massage in the spine, still reaching up, right here. And again, hitting the hips, falling forward. And now there. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. First, the stick goes behind the head, and now we look, we open the chest, we look for the stick. And release. Okay, resting the stick on both shoulders. Let's do it from the right hand, holding the stick first, then dropping the other end by the left side of the body. Catching the stick on the left side of the body. On the upper hand, the right hand is then drawing the stick towards the left side. And we turn, we look over the shoulder and we make a twist. Looking over the shoulder, nice twist. Edging your way into the twist with the breath. And the out breath, and really more into the twist. And using the upper elbow to help you just draw your body over into the twist. And we come back. And resting the stick on the shoulders again. Now the left hand grabbing, the right hand lets go. You let the stick, the other side of the stick drop to the right side of the body. And now we twist to the other side. Keeping, making sure you can keep both heels in the ground. And looking over the shoulder. Again, breath. You find some space, and then backing off a little bit, and then on your breath. Lifting a bit more into the stretch. Looking a bit more over the shoulder. And change. Let's do that twist one more time each side. So, dropping the other side again. Upper hand. Bring the other hand towards the left side. Left hand to the left side. Look over your shoulder. Take a deep breath there. And then come back. And the other side. Left elbow to the right. Breaths. And change. Now we do forehead to knee stretch, so we turn the stick to the left side. If you can, try to put the stick on the ground. Stick on the ground and put your forehead on your knee. You can't put your forehead on the knee, maybe it's not accessible for you. Maybe just barely knee there. And bring your chin into your chest. And try to put your knee on the floor. Taking a little contraction and opening the spine. Going back to the other side. Turning to the other side. Keeping the feet to the ground. Staying from the ground. Forehead to knee or knee to forehead. And again, breathing. Going back to the left side. Stick on the ground for 1 or 2. Begin to come up. And to the other side. 1 or 2. Then bending one knee and the other leg straight. Like either reaching the hands in front, letting the stick down, letting the stick behind the back. Right? And then we're going to either transition by taking the stick over the head and then taking it to the other side. Or just keep the hands in front, that's too complex. Up to you what you do, and check if you have space available, check who's around you. So up to you what you want to do. Try to open the abductor muscles, and we stretch there, straight leg, bend leg, and go to the other side. So that one more time inside, breathe in, breathe out. In, breathe out. Then, keeping the stick vertical, turning onto the toes upward. So flexing the toes with the straight leg. And just using the stick here as a support. And then you just turn around and point to the point of the stick and come to the other side. Flexing the toes, lifting the toes off the ground. And then change. And change. More time inside. Right side. And left side. All right, back to the middle. Holding the stick in front of you, and with your thumbs just resting on the top of the stick. Try to put your head between your arms and reaching the hands forward, so open the shoulders, make the spine long. Take a few breaths there. Feel like you're lengthening the spine when you breathe. And slow down. Then grabbing the stick in the middle. Okay, so we're going to warm up the joints of the wrist, fingers, and shoulder. And so just up and down with the stick. So you'll start on the same side on the left side. Yeah. And then other side, right side. Just up and down. Try to make the action happen on the left side. So no action. We're not fidgeting or doing anything on this side. This side is just relaxing. The other side is doing work. Up and down with the stick. And again, left side. Now, that's all. Like a tick-tock, tick-tock. And the other side. We're keeping that kind of rhythm going there. Now we go up to the shoulder, down. And important here is to keep the elbow close to your body. Don't wave the arm like this. Keep the elbow close to your body. Elbow by body. So we know we're trained that we keep it compact. We keep our center engaged by keeping the elbow close to the body. So when you practice Aikido, you're already trained to have this position where you're not making extra efforts with your arms because your arms are compact with your body. And the other side. Elbow to body, turning on the elbow, the wrist. Looking the stick up and down in a rhythmic, smooth motion. And again, when's the breath? Is your breath stuck? Try to free your breath, try to unify your breath with the movement. They don't happen independently, they happen together. And now on the other side, so I'm going to make kotegaeshi and Aikido. Kotegaeshi is this, maybe show you. You can grab. Yes, so kotegaeshi is you turn the palm of the palm there. You turn the fingers towards the palm. Kotegaeshi. Yeah. Okay, so that's when you do it to your partner. And when you do it to yourself, it's exactly the same thing. So you bring your fingers towards your wrist by turning the stick, kotegaeshi. And then on the other side, you have nikyo. And nikyo is just bending at the wrist and bending at the elbow. So nikyo. Yeah. Nikyo. So here I bend the wrist and then the elbow. Yeah. So nikyo kind of pin, if you like, a pin technique. Nikyo. So we can make the nikyo on ourselves. And kotegaeshi, you might wonder, why do you want to do these pinning techniques yourself? But it's actually very beneficial. Health-wise, you're also stimulating the meridians in your body. And yeah, it helps with prevention of RSI and many benefits actually to your central nervous system, peripheral nerves. So I highly recommend you to do this kind of exercise if you're often working on a computer. Really helps to loosen up the release. Let's go on the other side. Nikyo. Nikyo. Keeping still the elbow valuable. times. All right. Then, if we want to go a little bit further with our fingers, warming up the fingers, so we can do the kotegaeshi, and as we go into Nikyo, we make a little walk with the fingers, and then make a Nikyo. We go kotegaeshi, then walk one by one the fingers, and stretching the fingers in the movement there. And again, the other side of the body is totally free and relaxed, not doing anything. Not sleeping either, but not doing anything, just being relaxed. So we're going one by one the fingers, and then kotegaeshi. Okay, other side. We're going kotegaeshi, and do one by one. Nikyo. Kotegaeshi, one by one. And let's do that one more time. All right, and now holding the stick in the middle. So now an interesting movement, because now we're connecting more of the stick of the movement with the movement of the body. And this is hachi noji. So I do it slowly first. So hachi in Japanese, for the ones who study a bit of Japanese, as you know, is 8. 1 by 8. And so here we have the symbol of 8. Yeah? Hachi noji, and or the infinity sign actually. Hachi noji. So you're making the symbol of 8. Now, some important points. So there are 2 circles in an 8, right? And the first circle we draw on the inside of the body. So if you imagine this is a paintbrush, the paintbrush draws a circle there on the inside. Then the same point, the same brush, draws a circle on the outside. So there's a circle on the inside and a circle on the outside. And if you connect those 2 circles, they can make an 8. Right? So you can try first, maybe do it one time. Try it one time. And then if this starts to make sense, you may want to make continuation. Yeah? It goes on and on and on. Right? Hachi noji. And now you notice also that the hip turns. So I'm not just fixing my arm. In fact, if my hip doesn't turn, what happens is this. If my hip doesn't turn, you will start to do this, which is just moving the arm in an 8. So I can do it by mistake. I'm just doing this with my arm. But I don't want my arm to make the 8. I want the stick to make the 8, not my arm. So the pivot point is my wrist to make the stick do the 8. Right? And if I want to make my wrist the pivot point, then I have to connect my hand to my center. I have to move my hand together with my center, and that's such an important principle in Aikido. When you do the practice in Aikido, we maintain efficiency of movement through the hand-center connection. You'll hear this a lot from a lot of Aikido teachers. They'll talk to you about the hand-center connection, keeping your hand in front of your center. And this is a beautiful exercise you can do alone at home, with a friend here, that you can practice your hand-center connection just with a stick. Right? And now we'll go on to the other side. So let's go slowly first. First the 8, just the 8, on its own, 1 8, and stop. And we just do it slowly a few times. And you might find I've done it many times, and I've got carried away, and I've dropped the stick, or made a fool of myself. And don't worry, it's part of the process of making little clumsy mistakes here and there. Part of the process of learning. So never take it as a negative situation if you do something clumsy through this process. It's all positive. Right, when you feel like you've got the hang of that, then try to connect the circles. Try to connect the 8s with a continuation. Right side and left side. Right side and left side. Remember, the first circle goes on the inside, and the second circle goes on the outside, and try to connect 2 circles. Right, and then for the ones who are a little bit more advanced, if you want to just practice, if you want to practice by reducing the number of times and then changing sides, you're welcome to do that. So that would be left side forward. Let's do it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we switch to the other side, right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now again to the left side. The ones who are still trying to get to grips with this, don't worry, you don't have to do this exercise. But for the more advanced, okay, 5, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now reduce to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, change, 1, 2, 3, change, 1, 2, 3, and change, 1, 2, 3, and now into twos, 1, 2, so we're reducing the number of times we have the 8, 2, and change, 1, and 2, every time changing the sign, 2, and now in 1 step each time. So the goal, actually, as you connect your hand to your center principle is applied, you also apply the principle of changing your position, changing your right side from your left side, or change your hand, change your posture from one side to the other. And at the same time as making the hand center connection, very important to train this for Aikido. Right, and now we just keep the legs fixed. Do a few times, turning the center again, passing the stick from one hand to the other. I've got a number body, so I'm afraid I'm going to hit it at some point. So maybe I'm going to shift up those suggestions just to round any coming. Yeah, you want to have that, so we have to manage the space a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. I'll just back up a little bit there. All right. Good. All right, then, so holding the stick in the middle. All right, so we're going to do now downward strike, shoulder reach. So hold the stick about half a shoulder width between the hands. Left hand back, right hand forward, both thumbs pointing forwards. Both thumbs pointing forwards. Keeping the hands in your center line. And feel like you've got this very central position so you can bend the knees to both sides, distribute the weight 50-50. And feel that distribution. And then from there, okay, we're going to take a step over the head. Keeping the center line, and then with your center dropping, also cutting down, and then taking over to the other side. So when you prepare, you just drop the end of the stick behind you. Okay, lifting a little bit the center because we're exercising the legs a little bit as well, and now dropping the center. Okay? Now take it over the right shoulder. Let the stick come back, and lifting the center and then dropping the center. Take it to the left shoulder, lifting a bit of center and dropping the center. Right side, breathe in. And right side, and left side, and right side, left side, right side, left side, right side, left side, right side, left side. Hold it there a little bit. Find your posture. Strengthening the legs a little bit. Breath not being held. Try to keep the breath free. Sit a bit down and bring the left hand forward, right hand back. And we're going to go over the left side. Lift a bit, hand drop. And the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left side. Right side. Pitch. Knee. Sun. Yup. Go. Rook, shish, action, cue, and hold it. And then using your legs, making a firm base with your legs. Shoulders down through your breath. One breath there, and relax the legs. Can be very challenging for your legs, so you might want to check it out. Good, so that was a Shonrichi downward strike. You know, then we have a yoga energy. So yoga energy is a strike to the side of the head. Right? So, I'm not going to hit Sebastian, you trust me. So my target is the temple of the head. So the arms over my shoulder again, and I'm striking to the temple of my partner. I don't really strike, I don't really hit my butt, of course. Yeah, but imagine this is the target, pretend it. So we're going to go from the right side, right leg forward. So we have handling again, posture. Right side forward. Holding the stick in the middle. And now your back shoulder is coming a little bit forward, square your hips. Then we want to bring the stick over the right shoulder. So first it goes over the shoulder, and you guard your head. Yeah, so the first movement is this. Bring the stick over the shoulder and guard your head before the strike happens. You're here, and then you guard the head. Let's just practice that a few times. Guard the head. So the movement happens with the head. Yeah. And then from there, maybe you can see with the upper camera a little bit better. My right leg is forward, and like the previous exercise, I want to switch from one leg to the other. Right? So on the right side, both hands grabbing, guarding the head, and from there take it to the left side, keeping the position of the jaw over the head, and then bring it down to the target, the tail. And now from the left side to the right side. So first dropping the stick to the left shoulder, guarding the head. Now we have the arms crossed, okay? In this position, you've got to gap your leg, have the hands crossed. And then switching again the legs, so you bring one leg forward, the other leg back. Okay? And now we have again the upper leg on the right side. So right side, guard the head, left side. Notice that also the body weight comes a little bit forward. As you go, you take the head, there's a little forward movement away from the front foot. And then switching feet, keeping the weight now forward. But as you strike, bringing the weight back a little bit. Okay? And again, guard the head, and it goes a bit forward, switch the feet, and it goes a bit back. Not completely back, because if you go completely back, there's no power. It has to be a little bit forward still. But not overcompensating. Just try to find the balance between your feet. Stay grounded position. Again, get on the head, switch the legs, and from the other side, right side to left side. Okay, right side, left side. Let's do that 10 times. Knee, front, yon, yo, work. Touch, you. Right, now we're checking the hands. So now we are open hand on the left side, and then we are cross hand on the right side. So we drop it to the left, shoulder, take it over the head, switch the legs, going from the right side, strike. And we have gap the opponent to the opponent. So take the head and switch the legs. And switch. We go. Knee. Front. Yon. Go. Drop. Kick. Touch. Good. And good. Very good. All right. So we can also do an exercise just to gauge a bit each side. Then we'll do it with either a partner. If there's no partner, just something which is some object in front of you. So what we have to do is hold the stick in front of you, hold the stick in front of you like this, and then I'll in this position. Yeah. Okay. So right side. So we're going to tempo height. Right side, and I'm going to switch my stance to the left side, and right side. So each time, I make sure I step outside of my attack. That even though he's not really attacking right now, maybe you can do it from this side. So this is line of attack. I want to be outside the line of the attack. Come to the other side. Now on the outside of the other side of the line of the attack. And change. So each time I'm changing my position. Right side, left side. Right side, left side. Yeah. Just a little bit higher. Yeah, tempo. Yeah. So you can do it slowly. Nothing wrong with doing it slowly. try to time movement. So you move the foot and the strike at the same time. Right, check. And move it this way. Yeah. Back and switch. Yeah, so about 10 times. And again, you don't need a plan for this. It helps, but you don't need it. You also just find something against the wall and just measure against it. Only you have to hit it. It's not about measuring, it's about measuring your center to the target, aligning your center. Nice. Yes. All right. Okay, so that was just one exercise you can do with time. Eventually, you might want to make it a bit more dynamic, so this time you can make shonen. So just a little bit more challenging is as you make shonen. You make shonen just up and down like this. And I have to do the same movement connect to his strike. So I join this downward strike. So he cuts down. I need to be already on the other side. Yeah. It just helps me to gauge my movement in time with my partner. Timing. Actually, the thing of the week is timing. So it's a useful exercise. Timing. Yeah, and then we change. Okay. Left side and left side. Right, so that's just an optional exercise you can do. Otherwise, find a place and just gauge against that place and practice right side and left side in your own space as well. Right, the next movement is chokuski. Chokuski. Chokuski is a thrusting attack. Okay, so what happens with chokuski is that you want to open, gauge where the target is, and fire. And so you need to advance your body with the shift. Shifting and opening your head a bit outside. Yeah. So this shift is called kuriyashi. And the tendency is like when we overextend, there's no stability. But you want to extend from your center so that actually the base or hand is by your center, right? And not overextending because then you're out of balance and unstable. So I invite you to practice this with me. So it's like the stick is just placed in the ground vertical, just to the inside of your front foot. And first, you want to practice to catch the stick smoothly. Just catch, right? Catch. And starting, you may have to look at the stick to make sure that you catch the stick. Catch the stick, really your little finger is touching the edge of the stick every time. And then if it's too far up, then just measure it again and try to catch the stick right at the end every time. So it's a bit like that first exercise we did where we did pick up and drop, pick up and drop. Now pick up and drop. Pick up and drop. Pick up and drop. Okay? And then when you've got that, and you can do it looking at the stick, try to do it looking away from the stick. It's not so easy. Try to do it looking away from the stick. Just a few times. And then after that, once you've mastered that, once you're a master of that, you can pick up, open, and enter. Enter the movement. So everything happens in its own time. Pick up, open, and enter. So try not to do this. Enter. That's too late. Yeah? If I enter and I didn't prepare, then I enter. Too late. Mada, not yet. First pick up. First open. Now enter. And again find stability, hand to body. Again. Up, open. Now enter. Again, 1, 2, 3. There's a little smoother kind of movement going on as well. Cool. Giving us where we externally rotate the stick and then internally rotate the stick. So that gives a little bit of momentum kind of a spiral effect of the stick. Go forwards, drilling forwards. So let's try to add that dynamic to movement. Stick up, open, external rotation, shift, internal rotation. Again, up, open, and forward. One more time. Right side. Up, open, external rotation, shift, and internal rotation. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Then, so that's forward thrust. We can also do backward thrust. So if somebody is actually showing you and he lifts, I go behind the knees. This is kind of the application. So attacking, and try to send him back. Maintain social distance. So slight similar movement. Only now we went from 3 behind. It's forward and looking under the armpit behind. Yeah, 1 and 2. Right? And trying to use the core of the body going forward. Be careful not to twist. It's not twisting. If I twist, my body is not behind this. If I twist, right? It's not behind. I want my body to be the grounding of the movement. So my body is facing forward. It stays face on. And now it's coming off from my center. Yeah. Yeah, so let's try that. So let's side forward. So let's first do the forward thrust. Drop your ski. And now Ushiro ski. Sliding, stick back, so catching in the front hand. And moving under your armpit. Slide back. Again. And forward, now back. And forward, back, back. So 2 openings. Open 1, forward. Open 2, back. Again. Open 1, forward. Open 2, back. And open 1, forward. Open 2, back. And eventually in one motion. There's no stopping the movement. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Right side forward. Have you done? Right side forward. Here we go. So first slowly. Forward. Forward. Back. Okay. Again. Forward. And back. And forward. Back. Eventually, forward, back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. More times. Try not to think too much. All right, good. Then, so let's combine this with Hachi no Ji. Remember the 8? Yeah, so how do we make Hachi no Ji in combination with this movement? First, we need one more position, one more posture. It's Hasso. So Hasso is also an H shape, but now it's a fixed posture. Hasso, you make an 8 with your eyes. I'm not sure if you can see that. You can come in front of the camera. Make this Hasso come out. So you can see that has an 8 form with his arms. There's the first circle, and there's the second circle, right? In fact, there is an 8. This just goes up to the shoulder. 1 and 2. So we have this Hachi symbol with our arms. Hasso. So the hand is by the shoulder, on the side of the chest, right? The left hand, thumb up. And the right hand is by the head, thumb down. So the thumbs are facing each other. And that's the Hasso Kama position, beginning position. Hasso. And we have the posture left foot forward, T form of the feet as well. Right, so Hasso, Hasso. Okay, so how to make now Hachi no Ji in Hasso. So maybe I'll just show it first. So I step forward and I drop the top end. And that's the first circle. And now the second circle comes back, it goes back up, and I go back to Hasso. Right, so Hasso, Hachi no Ji. Again, step forward, and first circle inside. Second circle outside, and dropping the stick all the way so that it comes back to the same position. And that's Hasso, Hachi no Ji. It's very slow, very simple, very easy. And do it slowly so you can see. I'm not trying to impress. It's not something you do as a party trick. Just trying to get these two circles to roll around on the inside and the outside. Inside, outside. Hasso and Hachi no Ji. Okay? Very good. Then, from this position, right back. So you have right hand up, left hand down, Hasso. Alright? So we're going to now do the Shiro ski. So we're going to do that same movement, the Shiro ski we did before. Alright, and now it's going to be a bit tricky with the camera, but maybe you can see again the other camera. I'm going to turn around behind me and prepare to make the Hasso. So I go 1, 2, Hasso. And now I'm facing behind me. That's a bit complicated maybe for this video, but we'll try again. So, Hasso. And the goal is I want to strike the Shiro ski behind me. Now, I said thumbs are towards each other. We need to do something with the position of the hands in order to be able to position the stick in the right place. So the first thing we're going to do is turn the upper hand. So thumb down to thumb up, catching the stick. Then catching the top end of the stick with the other hand. Right now we're in the position to strike the hand. Just open a bit that hand, slide it back. And there we have the Shiro ski, right? Okay, let's just step by step, break it down. From this position, Hasso. Turning the other hand, catching with the other hand the end of the stick, open, and thrust behind. Again, Hasso, 1, turn the hand, catch the end, open, and behind. One more time. Turn the hand, catch, open, and behind. I'm going to do it from the other angle, because from there I'm going to then show you how to get into the Hasso again. So now my back is facing you. So you'll see the same movement now. Turning the hand, catching the stick, open, thrust. Then I turn to the front, and I make this 1 circle, 2 circles, catch. And now we have the same position, same starting position as before. Right hand up, right leg up. Start again. So turning the hand, catching the end, open, and we should have speed. Turning to the other direction, making the edge, and catching. Alright, so then we've got Hasso again. Hasso, Ushiro ski, Hachi no Ji. 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 More Hasso, Ushiro ski, Hachi no Ji. I don't know if there's any beginners there. If you didn't manage to catch that, you're forgiven. We'll go over it again in the future, so there are more opportunities to practice this movement. So we can do the same movement on the left side, exactly the same movement. And it's always the case that everybody, the left side will feel different to the right side. And because we don't have symmetry in our body, the organs on different sides, different energies on different sides. So it's normal, you might feel a little bit weird on one side and weirder on the other side. Okay, so anyway, Left hand up, right hand down, thumbs facing each other. And now we make again Shirasti. So first, what I said was turn the upper hand, so the thumb is pointing up. Then catch the top. Then open. And now strike behind. And now have this turn, turning to the front, in that direction. And then we eight, stepping back. So then we have the same leg forward. Right? Left leg back, right leg forward. Yeah, this is. And then again, we go turning the hand, catching the end, open, Shirasti, turn, step back. Next, every time I leg forward, left leg back, left hand up, right hand down, thumbs facing each other. Again, turning the hand, again, open, Shirasti, turn, Hachi. Yeah. And again, Shirasti, Hachi, so, Shirasti, so, Shirasti, Hachi, so, Shirasti, so, Shirasti, so, Shirasti, so, 5. Okay, so a little bit complex, but good challenge for the mind. Final thing I would like to practice with you, your partner work. So we're going to do Kumi Jo number 3, very simple one. So the Kumi Jo number 3, actually let's do number 4, because it also involves this hasso. So the Kumi Jo number 4 is I'm right side forward, that is left side forward. So you can just the viewers who don't have a partner, you can just do my role, and then we'll change roles. So first, set is Gucci, so he's going to attack and hooking. So I'm going to receive. So he attacks with the ski. I open, I invite him with a like shonen. So I invite, open. Now he attacks my opening, and I just get out the line and finish. That's all first. So we're making shonen, like we did before, cut down the middle. And remember what I said about stepping out the line of the attack. Step out the line, finish. So this, ones who are on their own, you know what's up. Just stepping out the line, yeah? Shonen, stepping out the line, right leg forward again, up. Notice that Seth is waiting for the invitation. He doesn't go trying to close the door, then there's no point to trying to go in there. He waits for the door to open, then he goes. And then I have to respond. I respond to my guest entering through the door. Right, so get out of my view, then change, good time. So Seth is right leg forward, I'm left leg forward. So you make the opening. Yeah. And I go forward ski. Yeah. So you make shonen. And we try to time it. Again, timing. So I'm waiting for the one for the door to open. Yes. If I wait too long, you might just smack me with a stick, right? Of course, it's kind of me, so you can't do that. But that could be the consequence if I don't respond. So it's up, open, and I go. And then it responds. Alright, change. So change mode again. So again, set make speed and then shonen. So this time, set make speed and I make shonen. And then he turns to me. Now I make a different angle. So he turns to me and attacks ski again. And I step out that line here. And as I do that, I come up to hassle. I come out the line of the camera. Just go a little bit later. Right, again, so I start from this position, shonen, low leg forward, then ski, and I step to the left, hit it, and I make hassle. Again, just go back a little bit. Again, shonen, ski, hassle. Alright? So it's the same hustle we did before, lifting the hand up. And then just the second ski, a little bit high section. So midsection, high section. So that way I can practice this. Check, check, and then hustle. Right, change. So on the left side forward, start the right side forward. Opens, again, one. We change the angle because now he went out the line, so I change the angle and I attack this side. And now he checks and hustle. Yeah. Again. Open, showing. And on left side, hustle. Again. Open. And this side, push, and hustle. Yes. Now the final thing is in this kata. So then we do the same move now on that side. So the left side, attacks, 1, 2, and now we attacks, change the angle again because I move to the other side, and I step down to the right side and finish. That's the kata. One side, left side, right side. We're trying to practice changing the side. So if you're doing it on your own, right side, left side, right side, right side, left side, right side. We can do that practice, the individual practices on our own. Right side shonen, left side, hustle, right side, shonen. Again, right side shonen. Left side, hustle, right side, shonen. Right side, shonen. Left side, hustle. Right side, shonen. Right side, shonen. Left side, hustle. Right side, shonen. Couple more times. Right side, shonen. Left side, hustle. Right side, shonen. Shonen. Hustle. Shonen. Uchi's role is the attacker, is just making speed. Change angle to the left, speed. Change angle to the right, speed. Yeah. Speed. Change to the left, change to the right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? So that's what we're doing together. Now we try to synchronize that movement. Okay. So we go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Change. 1, 2, 3, and then you can show. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So to practice with partner, always try to do it in function of each other's limitations. So you try to practice easy, relaxed, not competition. It's just trying to align the center, trying to synchronize the movement, trying to apply it's Aikido principles, hand in front of the center, changing your position. With basic principles you can practice alone. And with a partner, of course, the synchronization and timing is so valuable as well when you're doing with a partner. You can do so many things also without the partner. All right, how are we doing for time? Oh, almost there actually for time. So it went actually longer than I expected. So it's already 7:15. So we can do just a final cool down. Normally we can do this with a partner, one stick and one person grabbing and hanging. So we can, if you want to keep distance, keep the distance perspective, we can still do like this distance, right? On the side. And on the side, keep your right. So I just keep a bit of distance, but keeping still the hand in front of the center. So just keeping my distance. If you are alone, you can also just practice this if you want to. So maybe that's what we practice now, if you want to. So who can you come? Receiving if you want to. Keep it under and receives under the armpit and heel. It goes under, receive. Other side, under, receive. And try to make that smooth and easy with your breath. It's also great for condition. Cardio, a little bit cardio, bending the knees, breathing in. Yeah. And you want to try it around. Sure, then it goes around the back. On the side, it goes around the back. On the side. So first is under the armpit. Just like here, going this side. It goes under the armpit there. So we can do it ourselves. Under the armpit, and then spin. Under the armpit, and spin. Under the armpit, and spin. Yeah. All right. So a couple of breaths, keeping the stick in the middle. Feel like really coming from the diaphragm, movement, breathing in and breathing out. And change. That's it. Put it in. Deep. So let's finish the Seiza. Uma lesson. Salva survive. It's more soul.
I did.
So finally, actually, all this movement, our ultimate goal is just to find stillness in peace. I'm sensing you ready. So thanks very much for joining my home. And we have to learn each other. It was a lot of fun. And Salvo, and everybody in the Facebook audience,
Thank you.
Thank you. Until next time.
Yes.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning.
We have a morning stretching class tomorrow.
Yep.
At 8:30. And anybody who missed this one live is welcome to join. Tomorrow's 8:30 class. We won't be live on Facebook, so you'll actually have to ask me for the link, the Zoom link.
Yeah.
And so looking forward to more fun tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Okay, so checking out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Lovely evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Salvo.
Bye.